Hello guys, you're welcome to my channel. So a lot has changed since the last time I published the previous AI calculator. You would notice that the last time it didn't get multiplication and division operations correctly. It was very far off. The result was really off. So I decided to go back to the drawing board to find out what exactly was going on with it, and I got a better model implementation of the calculations. And guess what? This is a full AI calculator. All mathematical operations are predicted by different machine learning models working in the background. So now let's try the addition and division, and the rest are still happening normally. The only thing where we need to try now is multiplication. Let's try 3 times 5, for instance. 3 times 5 is 15. You can see, very close. That was very accurate compared to before. That multiplication is usually very off. Let's try 40 times 6. Yes, 40 times 6 is actually 240. Yes, 40 times 6 is 240, and it gave us 246, which is very close, enough. Now let's try division. Let's try 81 divided by 9. That should give us 9. Very close. Division 2 is very close. Now this calculator you are seeing here is the one that came with the macOS. This is a regular macOS calculator. I just brought it up so we can compare some of the calculations there. Now let's try another calculation. Let's try 895. The square root of 895, it gave us 29.9. 895. Let's try this. 895. Wow, that was very close. That was even accurate. 29.91. Mine was 29.94. Just about 0.03 difference. Now we can see that that is actually very correct. Now let's try another calculation. Let's try 4 raised to power 3. 4 raised to power 3. Okay, that's the answer it gives us. Now let's try this the regular calculator. Let's try this regular calculator. 4 raised to power 3. I don't know why this is closing. I'm trying to clear it and it's just closing. 4 raised to power 3. Once I click on this C, okay, 4 raised to power 3. 4 raised to power 3. 4 raised to power 3. Why does it keep closing? 4 raised to power 3. Raised to power 3. That's 64. But we got something else here. 4 raised to power 3. 4 raised to power 3. Okay, that was way off. That was way off than what I would expect. Now let's try something else. Let's try 7. Let's try 7 squared. Okay, 7 squared is 49, but it gave us 46. That was very close enough. Now what about 5 squared? 5 squared is 25, and it gave us 26. That was very close enough. Now what about roots? Now what about cube roots? Now let's try something else. Let's try cube root 999. Yeah, cube root 999. We got that, right? Now let's try it on this other calculator. Cube root 999. 999 cube roots. Wow, that was very close. It just about 0.6 difference. That was very close. That was very close. But this power stuff is what is not really getting correctly, that I'm really disappointed. But it's an AI, so it's still learning. So let's try 3 to the power of 3 to the power of 4. That's really large. That is correct. 3 to the power of 4. 3 to the power of 4 to the power of 4 is 81. Now this one is giving us a really off value, so something else is going on that is making it not to get it accurately. So we'll come back to that later. Now let's try all our trigonometrical function and see how accurate they are. Now let's try I'll try some really off values. Now let's try 450 sine 450. That's almost 1. That's almost 1. Let's try sine 450 here too. 450 sine 450. That's 1. So that's very accurate. Now let's try another one again. Let's try 743. 743. 743. Let's try cos. Cos 743 is also 1. 743. 743. Yes, which is very close to 1, which is very accurate. Okay, now let's try tan. Let's try tan. Let's see if tan is going to be correct. Let's try tan. Okay. Now let's try tan 529. Yes, tan 529. You can see it's a negative value. Now let's see if this is going to get it correctly. 529. 529. 529. 529. Tan. So yes, you can see we got a negative value too. In fact, it's really accurate. So you can see that all mathematical operations were accurate except this power. This power is still not figuring it out yet. It's still not figuring it out to calculate the power. So we go back again to my drawing board and figure out what is going on. And also, before I could actually run this AI on the Mac OS, I noticed that LightGBM library was not really supported for either not supported for Net 7.0 framework, or it has an incompatibility issue with the Mac OS itself, or maybe the IDE that I'm using, integrated development environment I'm using, that it has some issues with it. Whatever be the case, I had to mitigate it and find a way around it by generating all the models on the Windows 11 OS, then moving it to the application content on Mac OS, so it doesn't need to train it itself. That's already been trained on the Windows. I just brought it all over to Mac. That was how I was able to run this on the Mac OS. So next time we're going to see how we can make this power work. For some reasons it's not just working. Even 3 raised to power 2 is 9. Let's see. Oh, come on. 3 raised to power 2 is 9. It's still not getting that. It's still giving us really off value. It's giving us some off value. So we'll come back to that later. Thank you for watching the video demonstration of my AI calculator and seeing how it works. I would advise you to watch the first video I made so you understand the steps that I took to bring this project to fruition. Do have a lovely day.